So here I am again, venturing out on a photo walk in what will turn out to be the harsh mid-morning sun, with the full expectation of getting some good photos. Will I ever learn? I have no idea why this walk from Beaulieu to Buckler's Hard would be any different from the previous walks I've done. My Nightwood Oak hike and my Lyndhurst adventure all presented contrasting challenges. And when I say contrasting, I am of course referring to the lighting conditions. The full sun sits high in the sky, its rays blasting intense light on everything they touch. Coupled with the intense sun comes of course harsh shadows and therefore intense contrast. However, I look at it this way: if I can muster at least one photo I'm happy with in these conditions, then the time spent has to be worthwhile. Okay, that was the very busy Beaulieu High Street at school drop-off, so we're going to circle round and see if we can go back through the High Street in a minute, because I want to show you where the car park is if you fancy parking in the main car park. So you can see up here we have a horse, a horse jam. It happens a lot in Beaulieu. Here on the right, just coming up, is the village car park if you want to park in the proper car park or there's no space in the high street. If you are lucky, there is a small amount of free parking at the end of the high street, just up here on the left hand side. So there we are, all parked up, and now we're going to wander through the high street to the start of the trail. And if you get thirsty or hungry before or after, then there are plenty of places to look at. This is Steph's Kitchen, a garden centre cafe with good food and coffees, and there are several little coffee shops up and down the high street. At this end of the high street you have the Montague Arms, which is a pub and hotel, and you can join the trail from a footpath near this hotel, which is what I am going to do today. We are now on the start of the Beaulieu to Buckler's Hard trail. I'm hoping that you can see me okay. So there is a footpath that comes out just here by the through the sort of side of the school, but I've gone around the long way, come down by the Montague Arms. But the trail's the same, it adds probably about 100 yards, that's all. It's a 4.6 mile, I think, out and back trail, so there and back along the same trail, and it should take no more than an hour and a half. It's going to take me a bit longer because I am videoing and taking photos. Okay, so we have what I think is the Beaulieu River just off to the left here, that we are able to get near a bit further up, but I'm going to do the first part of the walk real quick because it's just going through some open fields, so a few clips along the way, but it's going to be a good walk. So the first part of the walk is underwhelming from a photography point of view, just a few fields and some scenery to look at, nothing too special, but before long we will be diverting off on one of the loops to get closer to the river with plenty more photo opportunities. Go. Spare dog lead if you forget your own. I've been going for just over a mile, and behind me you can see this gate here. This is the first opportunity we've had to take a diversion down to the river, which I'm going to do now and look for some photos nearer the river when it's not as sunny and not as bright, because it's really quite harsh at the moment, the sunlight. Done about a mile, I think, 20 minutes, so not too bad. You can carry on that way, which is just essentially, not quite, but a direct route straight to Bucklershard, or we're going to take a little detour through the river, see what shots we can get. And these next two are possibly my favourite so far. Nice lighting and quite a nice composition. So that is the first north loop, that was called. So that's good, that's the first loop done. I think I'm probably not quite halfway in yet. Maybe halfway in at the end of that north loop, travelling from Beaulieu end. A couple of half decent photos that have been on the screen. This isn't a landscape photography outing by any stretch of the imagination. This is more of a kind of thing that I do when I'm on holiday. So hopefully you can see me and feel like I'm lit up like a beacon at the moment. Got some shade here, so that'll be better. Yeah, halfway through. There is another outing, I think, out to the river, which we'll take, and then we'll push on through to Bucklershard. This is okay for a handheld pano, 13 shots though. So that is the south loop done, and now through this gate and off into Bucklershard, which is when I think I've took most of my favourite photos. There we have a quick stop off at the New Forest Hide. Somebody came in just after me, and I think I heard them say that was a heron, but I could tell you a chicken, but I couldn't tell you anything else. So if you know what that was, let me know down below, because it'd be interesting to know. I can Google it, but yeah, there's few experts out there far better at it than me. So nearly at Buckler's Hard now. I've already been going a couple of hours, but I have obviously been stopping a lot. I think when we get to Buckler's Hard, have a quick scout around there for 10 minutes, and then it will just be a straight walk back, I think. So yeah, not long to go now, probably about another, I don't know, half a mile hopefully, if that, so 10 or 15 minutes. These next two are probably my favourite photos. This one, I like the composition of that boom and the boats in the background, and this, I just like the sun coming in the top left hand corner, and the calmness and the pastel colours of the shed and everything that's around it. And there we are, guys, that is the end of my walk from Beaulieu to Buckler's Hard. The walk back is going to be straight down the path, so I'm not going to record that or show anything. It's just going to be a straight walk. Walk's done. Lots more to explore here one day, but that is for another day. So I'm going to turn this into a blog post as well over on richardchubb.com, so head over there and see what you think. I'm going to try and do it in a sort of travel writing kind of style, just to try and get out all of the feelings and the sights and the sounds and the smells. And like now, for example, I can smell some kind of oil in the air, like boat oil or something, and it's hard. That doesn't obviously come across on video, but yeah, check that out, see what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.